everyone. My name's Kate, and I am one of Daltile's architectural reps for New York City. I am currently working from my home in Long Island and adjusting to our new normal. The last few weeks, we've taken pause and changed our routines. We've transitioned to a remote lifestyle and sought out new and creative ways to connect with each other, both personally and professionally. So we actually have cousins on my husband's side in 3 separate countries, and every morning we get together and have a play date on Zoom, and the kids will all either play bingo or do a scavenger hunt. We've done trivia. This Sunday I'll be leading them in an arts and crafts activity, and these play dates have become a necessity for us. They become a part of our routine. They get us, because of the time change, up out of bed, dressed in real clothes, downstairs and into our living room. And it also enables me to get a jump start on my own day. I can get a little bit of work done, all to the soundtrack in the background of 12 chirpy nieces and nephews playing together over my living room television. And every once in a while I'll pop my head up from my iPad or my laptop and kind of throw my sister-in-law a wink or a silly face, and it really does feel like we're kind of all in the same room together hanging out. My own parents are actually in the same town as us here in Long Island. They are about 8 to 10 minutes drive away max, and currently the only relationship they've had with us is on FaceTime or Messenger Kids. Sidebar, parents, if you have not looked into Messenger Kids, please do so. It's completely secure. They cannot seek friends out. No one can see them or add them. It's all done via your own Facebook account. You also have records of all of their incoming calls, and all of their messages go through your cell phone. You can set time limits. You control who and how long they speak to. It's completely secure, but it enables them to video chat with friends, family, classmates, all the people that they are missing right now, really, and that we're missing right now. I think the grown-ups are experiencing really the same exact thing as their kids. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We have these conversations now in the evenings where it's a 3-way call between us, my sister, and my parents, all in our separate houses, and we've had our dogs FaceTime each other when we ran out of stuff to say. We'll use silly filters and, look like we're wearing a funny hat. The kids crack up. They love it. They get to tell my sister, their aunt, and my parents, their grandparents, about what they learned in school that day, whether they got sent to the principal's office, which is actually my bedroom, and kind of things like that. And it's not normal, but it's normal. We get to have these connections, these conversations, and this kind of soothing routine, and the human contact that we are really lacking as a society right now. So it's a weird time. It's definitely a scary time, I think, for everyone. I've made it a point to kind of put some of the social media and certainly the news networks on snooze, especially during the day. It can be a little distracting and a little unnerving, so I've taken breaks from that, and I strongly recommend doing that as well. Obviously, it's an ever-evolving situation, and you do want to stay on top of the incoming news reports, but there's no need to be glued to it 24/7. It's not healthy, and it's uncomfortable, I think, for everyone. So I've made it a point to take breaks from everything and kind of take on a new craft or a new hobby in addition to a full work day and homeschooling 2 children. Anyway, it's a strange time for all of us, but of all the generations to have to endure this kind of isolation and all of this fear, I think we can kind of find small blessings in the technology that we have at our fingertips now. We've all got smartphones and laptops and iPads and tablets and all sorts of technology in our houses, the ability to cast to our TVs and play video games online, and all sorts of ways to kind of connect in a safe and secure way while doing our part to social distance. we've gotten very clever and creative, and where we've spent the past few weeks kind of frozen in place and readjusting and kind of recalibrating to this new normal. This week has been where I've seen the uptick in responses from my colleagues and my clients as they kind of settle in place and they transition over, and they're learning these new and creative ways to communicate with each other. It's this week that I feel like we're getting to a sense of not normalcy, but routine. So I've started to set up coffee dates with some of my designers and my colleagues, coffee dates on Zoom. And I don't even intend to talk about projects or products with them, if I'm entirely honest. I just want to connect with them and say, hey, I'm here, you're here, we're all in this, and what's going on, what kind of chaos is unfolding in your house, because my house is upside down. I have a plaster of Paris volcano curing on my dining room table right now. It's kind of crazy for everybody at home. We all have these kind of similar funny stories about our kids or our dogs, or trying to FaceTime and connect with people. And I think we can all share that experience and kind of guide ourselves into this new normal, this routine, and feel a bit more settled. So in the coming weeks, I do plan to use this platform to discuss different tile topics, whether it's, testing. We'll talk about maybe DCOF one day, or the different tests for what makes a porcelain. We could talk a little bit about natural stone and the different types of stones. We could talk about trends in the marketplace, or new design trends, different patterns that we're seeing, or things that we want to see. So I'll pick one thing each week, give like a 5 to 10 minute shtick on it, and we'll be using this Confessions of a Daltile Architectural Rep corner usually for that purpose. But I felt like I would be remiss if I hadn't addressed this new normal that we're all adjusting to. This has been a major transition for each and every one of us. For our families, for our friends, for our bosses, our teammates, our grocer to our nation's top leaders, everybody across the board in all industries, all walks of life, in all countries really, is experiencing a very similar transition right now. They're experiencing very similar stressors and very similar challenges. So you'll see in the coming weeks on our social media, in the coming days and weeks on Daltile social media, a campaign of Separated Together. And really what that means to me is, yes, we're all experiencing these kind of crazy moments of upheaval in our own houses and in our own our isolation, but we're all experiencing it. So we are separated, but we are really truly experiencing these same things together. We are riding out some of the same emotions, some of the same uncertainties, and we all need to kind of take a moment and take a beat and remind ourselves of that we are not in this alone. We are all together here. So stay safe, stay healthy. I look forward to sharing hopefully some fun and helpful information in the weeks to come. Like and subscribe. Reach out to me on our social media platforms. I'm on LinkedIn. It's not tough to find me. Most of you probably already have my email address. If you don't, comment below and I'll reach out to you. I'll make sure to get you my contact information. And if you have anything that you want to talk about, it does not have to be Daltile related. I am here. My schedule is mostly wide open. I don't think anybody has any vacations planned or anything right now. I think we're all kind of hunkered down. We're going to hang out. And we're going to find some new fun ways to connect with each other and connect with our families and just kind of go through this time together. So till next time, thank you so much for watching, and looking forward to hopefully finding some new ways and coping strategies with you guys together and settling in. Thanks so much.